Hi everybody, Fubzy here, and we are back for another map tactics series. I hope you're well. Sorry about the little break in between. Little boy not been very well, so I've not had much time. But let's get cracking, and let's start with the map. So we are looking today at Murovanka. Can be quite a campy map, can be quite a nice map. It just depends on what the matchmaker does. If you get loads of TDs, then good luck. That's all I'll say on that one. So let's start with artillery, and let's start with a base 2 down here. So generally speaking, artillery, there's plenty of trees that you can hide in over here. There's plenty of room for you to move around after you've fired. So I would recommend, if you're artillery, go somewhere down in this bottom corner of the map. Likewise, if you are top spawn, again, you've got anywhere in this kind of an area here. Is a good starting place, or you can maybe get in these trees over here. I personally prefer this because you tend to get the heavies come this way, so it gives you longer to relocate, whereas the faster tanks tend to play on this side. So it's I just like playing over there where you got more time to run away if you can see things are not going very well. Moving on to the heavies then. A lot of the time the heavies will play this area. Now depending on what tank you've got, depends on how you want to play this. If you're in something like, let's say, the Emil 1, then you can play these ridges on the top if you're careful, or you can get into here and poke onto the next one on them. So I'm going to put the Emil there. If you are in something that's got quite good frontal armour, then you maybe want to play on this corner here, and you'll be brawling with what's opposite you. If you're in something that's exceptionally good at side scraping, then I'd recommend these houses over here, because then what happens is, if you can set yourself up, let's put him there, if you can set yourself up something like that, depending on what you've got, then it gives you a lot more options on how you're going to deal with this, because now you've all of a sudden got a few different lanes of fire onto them. So hold down, maybe play the hills depending on what they've got sat where and how much fire you're taking. Obviously be careful of artillery as well. Frontal armour there, and side scrapers there. Similar thing really for the other team, apart from this can be a little bit more of an exposed position to get to than coming this way, so be careful if you're going in there. But again, you can play there, or you could side scrape off this here instead, but it just gives you much better angles if you can get over there. If you are in a light tank, you're likely going to be going into the forest, so we'll put them over there, because that's likely where you're going to be trying to spot this kind of an area here around these little hills. But, and I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, what I would advise if you're in a light tank is that you come something like that, and as you get to this ridge, you can just kind of run that ridge a little bit and then go around in that way. And the same goes from this base. If you can poke that ridge just a little bit, then quite often you can spot what's happening in here. You can spot who's going where, so you can get some nice early spots on, and that can help your team decide where they want to go. Or you can work out if the enemy team's not sending anything that way or sending everything that way, and that in turn can give the other flank some information on whether or not they should be aggressive or more campy. Although, as we all know, it's World of Tanks. You'll probably spot 14 tanks going this way, and you'll have 7 over here versus 1, and they'll still want to play peekaboo rather than just pushing him. But that's why we love World of Tanks, isn't it? Okay, so medium tanks. I guess mediums, you'll probably be playing this kind of an area as well, and the same with the greens. You'll probably be playing this area. Tank destroyers. Now this is why I said at the start about this is a map that when you've got lots of TDs, it can be a bit of a bugger. From the red side, there's plenty of bushes on these hills, and places that they can get into, that they can get shots across. There's plenty of bushes in this area, down here, back near the base. There is lots and lots of places that TDs can hide and can slap you for half your health, so be very, very careful of those. And of course, if you're in a TD, dip your bread, happy days. And again, similar thing from here, you got some really good places. There is somewhere here, I can't remember exactly what square it is. There's actually quite a good like hold down location you can get with the TD that's got a little bit of tree coverage as well, and again sort of these areas or back near the base. Now you'll notice that this whole kind of middle area of the map here I've left empty, and that's because going in the middle can get you absolutely annihilated quicker than you can say please remove Artie from the game, Wargaming. And I'm actually an Artie player, so it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, if you can go into this area, then you're going to get in crossfires from basically everything. So be very, very careful. If you do go in the middle, say you're playing from this base, try and stick to this area here, or if you from that base, you know, try and stick to just the part nearest your base. Middle to late game, yes, you can start getting through there. Once all the tanks on this side are engaged and all the tanks on this side are engaged, if there's not very many TDs and you're in a light tank, yes, it does become on to try and rush through the middle. The cap is very open, so I wouldn't advise trying to cap. But yeah, certainly sort of once there's the main fight happening there and there, if you're in quick tanks, you can rush through one way or the other and try and get round behind them. That does work, a bit of a delayed rush tactic. And I do have a delayed rush video on YouTube somewhere as well. I'll try and link that for you. So that's what we've got for this map. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe. It really does encourage me to keep going. Particularly as I've kind of fallen out of love with tanks recently. It's not been my favourite game. But hey ho. Couple of things to tell you about then. So next time that we do a map tactic, we'll look at Overlord, and also I might start doing some Stronghold game reviews. These will be games that I'm in myself, that I might be leading or someone else might be leading, so it's a new series that might be coming up for those of you that would be interested in learning more about Strongholds. And also I might start doing World of Warships videos, although to be fair that'll be more of a let's play or kind of just a replay and me talking as we go. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If not, let me know why. If you have, fantastic, give us a thumbs up. Okay, till next time guys, take care.